Hello, environmental science scholars. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of analysis and colorizing different locations of the Hudson River based on its level of salinity. And we're going to be looking at the day in the life data from 2008 and 2009, and we're going to be painting or colorizing different locations using that data on this image right here. And when we look at this image, I notice a few things. One, I can see that it's a really pretty significantly large image, right? And I can see that on the left side we've got 2008, on the right side 2009. And I also know that if we look in the layers palette, there's two different layers. There's the background layer. We're not really going to touch that. Instead, we're going to be painting on this level, on this layer that says paint this layer. And how do we do that, and why do we do that? Well, if we sort of scroll south, I see we've got New York City, and I notice that we've got Queens, Brooklyn. I can see Staten Island right here, and I'm going to zoom in even further, and I notice that right here um, it says 30,000 parts per million. What does that mean? Well, that relates to the level of salt in the water, and we've got a couple questions that you guys are going to be answering. But for the purposes of this video tutorial, what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the corresponding sort of data points. So Breezy Point, which is actually not far from where I live in Queens, is at 30,000. And when we look at this little key right here, what do we know? Well, we're going to be painting any area with this level of salinity red. So I'm going to teach you guys a new tool. If you press the letter I on the keyboard, or simply click on this little icon right here, that tool pulls up the eyedropper tool. And when you click the eyedropper tool, what happens is it selects the colors in the foreground. So I'm clicking that, and I notice that if I look down in the foreground color is red. And so, for example, if I click on the blue, foreground color is blue, green, yellow, orange, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click red. We're going to return to this Hudson River map. We're now going to change the tool from the eyedropper to the brush by pressing B, or simply finding the brush tool on the toolbar right there. So I'm going to press B, and I can see that I'm on this paint this layer, and I'm going to right click. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's try 18, sure. And what I know is that now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coloring just this area right here, and it's going to look a little something like this. Now, if you find that you want to be precise and you make a little mistake and you want to go back over, so right now I'm on, looks like, I think this is called Roxbury right here in Fort Tilden. I'm going to press E, and I'm actually going to erase this. So I'm pressing the letter E to pull up the eraser tool, or I can simply find the eraser tool right there. I'm going to return to the brush tool by clicking right here. I'm going to press B, alternatively, and boom. So we're coloring it. And now I can see that at this specific point, it falls to 20,000 parts per million. And I'm going to return to right here, and I can see that anywhere along this area, it's going to be orange. Additionally, we're going to be referencing all of these locations. So Chelsea Piers, it's going to be 13,000, and you're going to find out where that falls right here. And if we scroll up to the top, we can see all the different locations. You're going to do this for 2008. You're going to do this for 2009. And I'm thinking that at the very top, and there's quite a lot, you're going to see some trends. Now, finally, how do we zoom in and out? If you press Command minus right now, we're going to zoom out. If you press Command plus, we can zoom in. And what I also know is that if we click right here on this hand tool, we can then click and drag this image and shift it around. You're going to find that it's helpful. I'm going to press B, for example. We're going to be painting right here. Right click to increase the diameter. So it's going to look like this. Press E, or simply select the eraser tool to erase. You're going to find that this is going to be fun. This is going to be pretty chill. I'm very much looking forward to your work. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.